In this episode, the point is all about brushes, how to use your brushes. Besides all of those, let's talk about mixer brush tools and smudge tools. Here I have those very great organized on top here. As you can see, mixer brush tools and smudge tools, they function the way that blending, right? Start from the top. This one is pretty wet blending, just like watercolor, right? It can cover all the textures even. I don't use the smudge tool and the mix brush tool a lot in my painting, but just some certain stage that I find they're still very useful. The second one, you can see if I do this mix, it has some random line feeling like informations. Even you can see here, right? Like here, some of this blending, mixing feeling of this one, right? And third one, this one has a very natural like brush stroke, and this one too. You can blend out, have a blurry feeling of blend, just like when you use a fan brush to blend your paints, right? So that's smudge tools. And here, this one is pretty. You can understand this is like a hard edge, like very thick smudge. Pretty thick feeling. Let's try it out. And here it's a very thick too. You can have this like look like very direct painting, oil painting feeling, right? And okay, let's see the mixer brush. Where you can find it, it's in here, mixer brush 2 and brush 2. So if you wanted to let your painting have more traditional painting feeling, I suggest you to try them out. Mixer brushes work a little bit different than the smudge 2. It's like mixing the color on your brush with the color on your canvas. Imagine this is the color that on your brush, and when you do this, you are going to mix the color on your brush with the color on the canvas. Not like this smudge too, they're mixing and blending the colors on the canvas itself. You can always use them. To see how to fit your work. Most of the time, I still just use the regular brushes. Just a reminder, beside all the tools we are talking about, right? It needs years by years of training, so you would know where to use them and how to use them, and have your own taste of your work, right? How to use the brush stroke, how to simplify, how to organize all the informations, and take your time to build inner structures and light in color and do gradient and so on. No matter what brushes you choose, back to that mindset would always work. Okay, so my point is to master an actual tool, not only brushes, not only smudge tools, not only mixer brushes, not only digital tool or traditional tool, but the tool that you actually know how to draw and paint with your brushes and say what you wanted to say and express. This is one of the important purpose that I am making this course, is to give you a key to open the door in drawing and painting, right? I'm going to continue finish this pair. Now even we can use some here as a texture. Think of if you have a super clean and organized tools that can make your painting process more enjoyable. So now after this episode, I hope you have a different view of your brushes and starting to connecting with them. It's time for you from today to build your own brush group. Like play with the brushes, try different textures. Don't stay in your comfort zone with a certain kind of 1 or 2 safe brushes to you, but just don't overdo it. When you paint, go try, but don't overdo it. Like don't all over the textures, all over the brush stroke on your picture. Still control the edges that we was talking here. The essential part in drawing. Still consider all of those. After try by yourself, you will find you have several favorite one. Maybe you can find the most comfortable brushes that you like, and very clear with your tools. And let your work to tell you what brushes you like to create. Do it now. Try out your brushes and organize them, and pick some that you really like from all those brush groups, and make one for yourself. Just this is your tool, that you are going to master your tool. If you want, you can paint a simple object after this episode. You can paint a sphere, or paint a cube, paint an apple or pear or orange, whatever. Just try your brush out, okay? I'd love to see your results and to hear your thoughts too. So far, this is pretty much all I wanted to say in this episode. If you feel this episode is helpful, please let me know. I will feel so happy and continue to make content like this. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for your support on my Patreon. And I've attached my newest brushes on my Patreon and all the materials for each episode. As you can also download the free set at my store too. Thank you so much everyone, and see you in the next episode. Bye!